welcome to another lesson, which is calendar. In the previous lesson, we have learned about the start date and the end date, how to put in the start date, and how the Microsoft project calculates the end date. So, those were the basics of how you're going to start your Microsoft project plan. In this chapter, we will be looking exclusively on the calendar part, which means we will be looking into different calendars and how to set the calendar for your plan.
So one of the first major assumption you have to make in any schedule is how much time is available to complete the task. We will be looking at all of that in this lesson, which is around calendar. So for any of the schedule, you will need to account for all the holidays, vacation, working time, working days, and all of that, and all other foreseeable networking time to build a schedule with any degree of accuracy. So Microsoft Project provides the calendar tool to allow a project manager fine tune the project calendar with a great deal of flexibility. We can control the working times of our project by first going over to the project tab here, and then by clicking on the change working time button. A dialog box will open up where you can see how working hours are currently allocated on your project. The project calendar defines the working hour and the working time on your project. Which days are working days, which days are considered typically the week offs. All of this will be here with non working time such as holidays. You can see here in this legend box the three different types of calendars which are available from Microsoft Project. These three default project calendar already exist for you to select in the calendar field drop down. One is the 24 hours a day, the other one is night shift. Then you have one more calendar which is known as standard project calendar. So 24 hours is something wherein your Microsoft project will be continuous for 24 hours from midnight to midnight. That means 24 hours a day. Then you have one more calendar which is night shift, which is used for overnight work that begins at the end of one night and finishes the following morning. And then we have the standard work week, which is 40 hours a week, 5 days, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m., with an hour lunch break from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. You can see in this drop down box that the calendar standard is the default project standard calendar. On the right hand side here, you can see the work hours for a particular day, which is 8 to 12 and 13 to 17, which is 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So this is the working hours for the calendar which you have selected. For example, if I select 7 here, that means it's a working day. Similarly, if I select 8, which is a non-working day, the duration in a day will not be shown here. That means 8th of April 2023 is going to be a non-working day. Now, if I select on work weeks tab here, which is default selected, and you can click on the detail button here to examine it. As mentioned earlier, for Monday through Friday on the standard calendar, the times are shown here in the grayed out area. However, you can select an individual day and also change it if you want to go for a non-working time. You can manipulate it in any way that you want, but I will cancel it for now. Why would you want to do it? If your organization working timings are different, or if you want to set a particular day as a holiday, you can do that by ideally creating a new calendar. So you can go on to the rightmost tab which says create new calendar. So this radio button is selected, which is a copy of standard calendar, and now I'll say on OK. So you can see now that a new calendar has been created. But observe carefully, it is not yet your project calendar. To make our new calendar as the project calendar, I'll first click on OK and then return to the main window. And then again in the project tab, click on the project information button. So we have already seen this in the previous lesson. This project information dialog box will open up. Here, I can configure what is the default calendar. So for that, I will click onto the calendar and then copy of standard calendar, which was the new calendar which I made, and that is going to be my calendar for this particular project, which is project number 6. Beyond this, there are a lot of ways in which you can configure the calendar option. You can mark holidays and other non-working days. I'll show a very quick fast example. But before that, I am just going to click on OK. So that means this particular calendar is embedded in my Microsoft project. Going back to the change working time. So, for example, if I have to mark 18th April 2023 as a non-working day or a holiday, I'll just select on this, go here, put it as holiday. If I check into the details, it is non-working. I'm going to do it again and show it to you guys. Let's say 20th is a holiday for me. 20th is Thursday. So I'm just going to click on that. Let's say holiday for Diwali. Start date, details. It's a non-working for me. Click on OK. So this is how you mark holidays in the case of a change working time. When we get to the section on resources and scheduling, we will see that individual project resources have their own calendars. For example, if you have a consultant who works for only 20 hours per week on a project, you can reflect that into your project. As a best practice, you should fill up as much information as you can about the calendar at the very beginning of the project. That is before you start creating and assigning resources and doing actual scheduling work. This is to control complexity issues at a later stage. So in this lesson, we saw that the project comes in with multiple default calendar that you can use. Also, you need to set up workdays and other holiday related information for a project as early as possible. We also saw that you can create your own customized calendar for your project and set them as the default.